Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to, it's episode 5. It's Sox Bop. We're back in the stream of consciousness. Sheila is in a pretty good place. She's waiting on bits to get her next installment, to get a little closer to her quote-unquote final form. But followers of the Canyon, knowers of the know, you know where we are right now. Bruce, our man, he looks pretty good, right? Looking pretty good on the outside. Bruce needs the full, he needs the full deal. His shocks probably have nothing in them. It feels like the amount of damping that he's got feels almost non-existent. His gearbox is louder than has ever been. We need to at least pull one tire apart. I forgot we switched to the small ones. Wish I could find all of these in that size hex. Everything looks, you know, his rear drive shaft, lower half, looks exactly like what I would anticipate it to. Tires look excellent. They look excellent. They feel excellent as well. This is one of those full-blown stream of consciousness installments, because this, from where you sit right now, the hope and the goal is to complete what we need to complete in one installment. It might be two, it could be two, but we're hoping to complete this in one installment. And then what's going to happen is a bunch of little stuff is going to sneak up on us, and we're going to end up doing more than we want. This is the correct tool. Also, based on recent drives, we have a couple of things that need be done. He needs installed on him somewhere. He needs a little awl, basically. What I will probably fabricate it, and then we'll make a holster for it. Maybe we can use a magnet. I will see what I have in the way of tool steel. I basically need to make this, but this is out of my Starrett combination score. We need that, because out on the course, and by the course I mean out in the wild, on Bruce's course, out in the wild, we found a situation where I needed a pick, and in the toolboxes there are no picks. And typically, that set screw gave way. These are things. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's just fully loose. Out in the wild, it's like, this is typically what you're going to have with a pick. No, I need a little thing. We're also going to see if, I didn't even finish that little piece to get his receiver on. We might just drill holes into the plate itself and just mount this. No, it's got to be quick swappable in case we need to tow the boat. As I said, this is deep stream of consciousness stuff. The hole in that wheel, we don't know what the problems are by and large until we find them. I'm looking at the suspension, I'm looking at the leaf packs, I'm looking at the drive shafts. Everything looks good. Just give it a little. Check for any spots where, there we go. See, now I can just, sometimes that's all there is to it, you know. Set his well past a kilo of wheelos over there. Okay, so in the front, we've got quarter of a revolution almost. Much tighter. The full gearbox has to come all the way out. I'm looking at him now, and I'm trying desperately to think what is attached. What is attached to both the body and the chassis? Off the top of my head, I can't recall. I've been working on Sheila for a while. I think the whole thing lifts off. We just have to get around the wires. Pardon me. You know what? Pardon me for a moment here. Sometimes I forget, to at least a small degree, I kind of know what I'm doing. So you have to unplug one wiring harness, and it's this little Y guy, this guy right here. My beef with myself on the Y guy is that in an attempt to chase down cleanliness, I put the Y guy inside the receiver box. I will still continue to do that, but it would have been a lot easier if the Y guy was outside and I could just unplug the whole thing and then just lift it off, because we've got headlights, roof lights, the steering wheel, those are all hooked up to the body, and then everything else here is the chassis. What I don't remember is how tight, because I made these out of Delrin. I believe those are probably not going to come off. So we will do it the next easiest way, just to get these out of the way for me. Oh, that screw is every bit as bent as I would anticipate it to be. Yes. Michelle, that really doesn't weigh anything. But this keeps loosening itself up. I might have to think of a better... I mean, that was way loose. I was going to say I might have to think of a better solution. Or what I could do is just check the tightness every once in a while. I forgot how much work was involved to get those perfectly flush, because they go way up into the back of this. And it is definitely withstood some... That is... You want to talk about hanging on by your fingernails? I think it might be a good idea to dimple that with a drill bit and give the strap something to hold on to. Or, alternately, drill 2 holes up into here, like up in here. Put a piece of strap through it, because they don't need to, and because then it won't be under load, so it won't pull them closer together like that. It bugs me sometimes that they sit like that. I'd prefer them to sit like that. This is the stream of consciousness. This is what you're deep inside of. Oh yeah. Definitely got a little banana to it on that one. So we will circular file it and hope to remember that in the future, those are indeed 20s. That's an M3 by 20. Probably replace those washers as well. Will he cut this wire down and shorten that? Well, can do. Absolutely can do. We also would like to install the fan. I have a fan for his internal camera. And I believe we have at least one. Well, I can just branch off. What I need is a 3-way T on this, because, yes, the taillights were just plugged into their own thing. I think I bought one. I got a 4-way. Now. What I can do I want to cut and solder? Do I want to be lazy and tuck? How do I want to do this? Because now we got the 4. There's definitely enough room in that receiver box. I just wish that this wire was about that long. That's what, a foot? Maybe we can bundle it and zip tie it real tight. We'll see. Because then that will give us the ability to replace this one. We've got another one in here that goes to the steering wheel. We can't get around that. Then we can omit, we can go much, much shorter on this. I will route these wires. This one we are going to redo in its entirety. We're going to cut those, we're going to get it tucked up under, we're going to zip tie it along, and we're going to run it all the way down the rail and up inside. This is just lazy and disgusting, and we are going to do away with it. So I don't know where I put that screw. I see it now. So these screw pins are black oxide, and yet they do not have a speck of rust on them. So that black oxide coating is doing the do. This wire is coming off. We are going to clean them up. We're going to clean up the chassis. We're going to clean up all the wires. We're going to clean up all that. And the empty port we are going to use to run an extension back that I will probably use this exact one right here. And we will cut the end off of it because look at what I did. Oh my God. It's like, it's literally inexcusable. I mean, I guess I needed taillights wired up, and that's terrible. Absolutely inexcusable. I will determine where that fan needs to go. It is one of these guys, which is like a crazy amount of CFM. I don't know what to put this out. 5 volt should be absolutely fine on receiver voltage. We will mock this up inside. I'm probably just going to make an L-shaped tab that comes up to hold on to here, and it will probably be right, see, there's the mount for the camera, probably kind of like right behind the seats, just pointing up at the camera, because the camera runs almost precisely 1 hour and overheats, and I think it's just because it needs a fan on it. I do now, again, now that I'm thinking about it, I do have a number of just flat fans, which would be much easier to mount, because then I can grab our good buddy the camera, and I think I just figured it out. So he has this piece right here with his adapter to mount the camera, to put the camera in what I kind of determined to be the correct position. We will then remove and replace this part and just put an angle on it. Put this fan right here so it's blowing on the side of it. I don't know where to blow on the thing. I don't know. There's no vents. There's no nothing. Those are the microphones. I don't want to blow on it. So I think on this side, just right like that. And then we'll have a receptacle and or socket in there. So when I install the fan, I will monkey around with my hands. Maybe we'll use an XT30 and just have power on the floor, and then we can just plug the thing in so that there's a fan. I don't know. We're gonna triple think and quadruple guess that, because I want it to be easy to remove. So the fan in the vehicle would be better. What does his camera mount look like? Can we do that? I really over-engineered the camera mount. But again, it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. The first thing that is not of question is we need to remove the gearbox, because we need to remove the gearbox and we need to remove the shocks, because they need the service. Let's check on the drive shafts. We've got a little bit of the accursed orange showing up there. Of course, the top one does not. What we will do is we will do exactly what one would expect. We'll pull them apart. I'll wipe WD-40 and the Otis gun brushes are the best Actually, they come in a 10-pack for like $5, and you get that little narrow side, and you can just clean all the goop out. And they have that perfectly stiff bristle on the blue nylon. These are the guys. So we will service the drive shafts. I should be making a checklist because I'm going to forget stuff. Also going on the body. That's why he's going to be apart for about a week from where we are right now. And then just under a week. And then hopefully 5 days. A business week. And then we'll have him fully put back together, fully cleaned out, fully ready to get back out onto the trails. So, shocks, axles, drive shafts. We are going to install rock lights under the body because I looked at them and I was like, we can just install them under the body. Like, they don't have to interfere with anything else. We just splice them into the wiring up in the front. So they will all have to be done piece by piece like we've done before. Gearbox, obviously. We're going to call it Blackout. We're going to paint the bottom of him black like Sheila's. Oh, camera fan. We're going to paint the bottom of him black the way Sheila's bottom is black because it looks... Her underneath looks fantastic. Jeez, I mean... Like, look at the difference in colors, because that lower shock mount has to be the... Oh, that is... I don't know if it's grit. It's bad. We want him running smooth and nice. I mean, he did just get pressure washed. Oh no. Not, right there is where I start to feel oil. Just blown out. Leafs, though. Leafs do have that built-in advantage where they just feel good. I think the helpers, he's running the stock 10 Pro helpers, and I feel like they're just right. He needs that about extra pound. And his leaf stack is... Geez, what do we have in the back? 5. 5 in the back, 4 in the front. There's absolutely no damping going on from those 10 Pro shocks. So we're going to have to go through the whole process again. Let's see where we pick up oil. There. So half empty on both of those. 3,000 on the Note shocks 5K. We'll pull them all the way apart. I don't know if I will document it, but we'll pull those shocks all the way apart and we'll see what they need. And yes, unfortunately for me, the quickest and the best way to do this oh, that's hot. That was really hot. We're gonna throw caution to the wind because I need this taken apart. Oh, that's the motor mount. We had to take those out anyway. We're not going to be able to get the chassis clean without pulling the shocks, without pulling the fenders off. 3D printed fenders look to be in perfect condition. No notes or complaints. Let's see. Power switch on that one. Ooh, little meniscus mud over there. Now see if we can flip it to the other side. Get as many screws confused as you can. Okay, big long one's the motor mount. That's not hard to remember. Then we just need to pull this one, which I'm surprised is as short as it is. Might as well drop this fender all the way. This is a thing that rock crawlers, in my experience, limited or as unlimited as it might be, whatever you decide to determine, require very little in the way of maintenance. Very little. This is Bruce's second go-round on the basically full maintenance. He has been a part, fully disassembled, almost certainly more than any other vehicle in the fleet. We need to remove, I think we can just pull one of these. That should give us enough. Nope. Maybe. Oh. I can't get the gearbox out. It's just the one post there. There, that'll do it. That'll do it. Take one of the... I would have done it too. I would have muscled it and muscled it until I got the thing out. Now we can drop the rear drive shaft. Surprisingly, plenty of wax in there, but no rust showing up. Upper looks great. They just need to be serviced, cleaned, and put back together. No need to replace any parts there. Then we should be able to pull this. Nope. You end up having to take a whole lot of screws out. And, you know, it takes me back, is what it does, because go-fasts require near constant maintenance. So this is nothing that I'm not used to. Now we do have to keep all these in a little pile. This is my first. Now, due diligence was not done initially at all, because when I got the GCM LRT2 gearbox, which is what is in my hand, all these screws that I'm taking out, this is so I can get the motor mount plate out and see what the pinion and spur look like. I added grease to the spur and pinion. That's it. Did not open up the gearbox, did not look inside of it. It still feels mostly okay. But now it is due. Okay, well there's your problem. We were getting oh my god. We were getting about half mesh on the pinion gear. So that could be better. Oh, there's all manner of grease in there. Whatever they used, whatever I used. I mean, this is gonna be a job right here. Oh, motor bracket has loosened up. This will indeed, has already. This is going to absolutely turn into a thing. Yeah, those are very loose. Almost unnecessary to use the driver to remove them. All those parts need to be cleaned. Back to a 2.5. I will probably replace those two lowers. I will find screws of the appropriate length with a similar head on them so that we don't have to swap drivers back and forth over and over. Let's see what the inside of the T-case looks like. I think that's why those aren't stainless. They are absolutely tiny. That is M2.5 by 5, it looks like. We'll just make sure to keep them together. And then there is the screw from the front. And we are going to do that by hand. I have the dimmest recollection of assembling this thing. That looks like a 1.3. Because it is. So the 1.3, it's a 2 by. So a lot of this, oh, it's a big longin'. It's a big longin'. I'm having distant memories of this now. Okay, it's basically clean. It has cleaned out the grease in here. Oh, we get to try the new thing. So I go through Q-tips at an incredible rate. We're always building shocks for something around here. So glob mops from Amazon, not sponsored in any way, but my complaint with Q-tips is manifold. The stick in the middle is too bendy and it collapses up. And when I'm trying to like clean out the inside of a shock body, a Q-tip is not big enough. So sometimes I have to intertwine 2 or 3 Q-tips. I'm looking around my body desperately. I had lost this. It looks like we need a shim in there. You see that? Let's see if it's grease. Yeah, it definitely looks like we need a shim in there because, unless I'm wrong, we've got a little bit of, ooh, I like the pointy part. The pointy part is great. It looks like the gear was definitely touching on that, and we're getting a little grind action. All the gears look excellent. They will all get cleaned up. This one as well. There's a little bit of polish in the base there, which means that the gear, we just need probably some like 0.01 shims. The grease looks to be, oh, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bit of shiny stuff. So we will clean these out completely. Oh yeah, there's some more little sparkles. Definitely time. And I will go through the bearings. I'm not a just throw the bearings away guy. Oh, inside that race. Maybe that bearing does need it because one of those bearings was definitely spinning. All right. We'll get in a little further. This looks all right. This looks all right. Definitely pinion adjustment. It's 100% in order. Do we have any... Man, I'm going to go through some glob mops. Tell you what. Do we have any shiny metallicies? Yes. Oh, there's a good one. Come on. Yeah, we're definitely pulling shiny out of here. The pinion looks greasy. I was looking down at the end of it though. That looks absolutely fine. I think it's too small. That's a Robinson for sure. And I don't think Robinson makes an absolute that small. So we got to deal with this one. If cleaning is perhaps not everyone's favorite, I would understand that 100%. But it is kind of, there definitely is a zen to it. And much like raking and other tasks that I generally regard to be mindless tasks can be those mindful tasks where it allows your brain to focus on other things. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to see. Just have that same. The pointy end is great. It really is. Because you can get all that schmutz out of there. Yeah, this one. Definitely. And the T-case comes disassembled and you have to put the T-case together. So this is, as many things are, this is on me. You can see where that gear made itself a race. That is definitely rubbing. All right. We will shim this thing perhaps excessively. Pull this gear out. The gears look great. No chips, no wear. Like there isn't even the silvering that one would expect. I'm going to go very easy because I know I thread locked these. We'll get them started, and then we'll go power to save our sanity. I basically just want to get this thing apart. And we keep all of the screws together. I should have started a whole new bin for the LRT2. Okay, that's 4 of the same screw. I'm glad of that. M2 by 6s, it looks like. Then we pull this guy off. First, gotta get this pin. Keep the gears together. Slide this guy off. Get our crazy, I'm now recalling why it wasn't replaced. Look at that guy. What was that, like an M2 by 16? That's a crazy screw right there. Alright, it feels smooth as, but you can hear, I think we've shed most of the grease inside there. They probably use something lithium. Did he change bits for no reason? You know he did. We will get this thing full clean. I've never been inside the LRT2. This is the part that will be done in session regardless of how much of it is committed to film. We're going to pull this thing apart, clean it in its entirety, check all the bearings, re-grease it. Oh, it looks fantastic inside. That one is definitely not bottoming out because look, we have that nice grease patty there that it's riding against. But yes, as one might anticipate, the gear teeth are basically clean. So that's where we're getting a little bit of the ruckus. We'll set this guy down just like that. Grab another map. Keep your nails fresh to death. Looks like 2 different kinds of grease. or heat. I don't know. It looks kind of soft blue, but then there's other parts of it that look like a real, what is that color green? What kind of green are we talking? It's green. It's green and blue. And then you see it's like an aqua. So it could be heat, could be two different kinds of grease. I appreciate they did this the way I would do this, which is metal shielded inside where they're not exposed to the environment, and then rubber shielded on the outside. Alright, just a scant 10 more screws. We'll take the front of the bell housing off. Fantastic that these are all... Nope, we have to take this off first. So this builds in order like a VFD, really. You can't access some of the screws on the bell housing because they are being enshrouded by the screws of the center portion here. And those three should be the center portion, and then this slides off just like that. I don't see anything that I am actively concerned about yet. Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, then this grease is that, you know, kind of grease-colored. There's like 4 greases in here. All the bearings seem fine. Let's get this grease patty cleaned off, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's going to be a mess, and I'm going to go through 80 glob mops. A good thing they're very inexpensive. My early review on the glob mop is the pointy end. I didn't think the pointy end was going to be so good. But my early review is strong. Hidden quick view. And I feel like, I'm not judging. If you are, how to phrase this to skirt YouTube. If you partake, I don't have any problem with that. It's not a thing. I do not partake. So, while on the one hand, the package says, keep your nails fresh to death, I think they are also vending to a particular customer base, because I don't think that monkey has been doing nails. So I don't know. The people of that pastime might have more of a statement on glob mops. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to my wife. We're gonna break it up. We're gonna break it up into pieces, because I have, inarguably, it will be an hour and change to service the gearbox and get it put back together. And we're through the most important part, which is nothing in the gearbox is amiss. I do believe that we've got yet another grease in here. And I don't know, compared to me, that's them greasing it, and that's me greasing it. They definitely don't grease as ridiculously as I do, but do I see evidence of a little bit of... No, it's just grease. Alright. This is going to be a task. This is going to be a task. I think all the bearings are honestly absolutely fine. I haven't felt one. What I'm doing, we are glob mopping. What I'm doing is, when I see a bearing, you can put the end of this in and you can go. It feels like, it doesn't feel brand new. Let's see if I can pop this one out, actually. It doesn't feel brand new. And bearings are incredibly inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. And oftentimes it's better to just put the peace of mind into it. Let's see. It's just got a little bit of rasp. Now, it is an inner bearing. This is how the stream of consciousness works. I'm assuming that I'm going to just remember how all these gears go back together, and I'm going to put this together properly. We put a little bit of the Liberty on there. Rotate it down. There should be absolutely no need to clean these. Don't clean bearings, guys. Don't. You can go on Amazon. They're under $1 each. Which means if I wanted to replace every bearing in this, 6, 7, 8, 9, it would cost $10. Yeah, it's just a little dry. Because that graveliness is gone now. So we'll, not that it needs it, but we'll clean it off. And then we'll glob mop it again. Because that, when you do it this way, you know that the race, you know that you're actually turning the bearing and not the whole thing is just spinning. If you put it on a metal shaft, there's a chance the whole thing is spinning. Oh no, that feels, that's real good. That's real good. The quest is always and forever, how quiet can we get it? Anything with a rubber shield, I have now determined, I looked over at the drawer, we're just going to throw them away. The metal shielded ones, we'll hit them with a little bit of Liberty, we'll put them back together. I will re-grease, I will continue doing this. This is something that is better with musical accompaniment. So I will get this cleaned up, and when you see Bruce again, another episode imminent, when you see him again, we're going to be working on it, and the gearbox will be completely reassembled. I will probably have pulled the third members, serviced the axles, re-greased the ring and pinions, inspected them, re-greased the ring and pinions, put them back together because there's nothing exciting there. Like, we've got most of the grease out of the bell housing. This will be fully cleaned to the point where I will glob mop it and I will paper towel it until almost all of the grease is gone. We will get it to basically around, I will shoot for around this level of cleanliness. We get it about that clean. And then it's Dawn and a scrub brush, and I have this guy, and I have another one like him, and it's just hot water and soap, and we will fully basically disinfect the housings. That's yet another grease, because that's clear. Is this assembled by like 8 different people at different points on an assembly line? Because I would say, legit, no exaggerations, there's like 5 different greases in here, which is crazy. All right. I want to go all day long. All day long. We're going to get this guy clean. There's the blue stuff. There's distinctly 4 different greases in here. When we're done, there's going to be 1 grease in here. It's right there. We are in the Yamalube testing phase. The trail rigs are getting Yamalube, so there will be full Yamalube with the molybdenum, with the molybdenum in there. All the bearings will be gone through. I will clean all of the teeth out of all of the gears so that there's no chance that, you see how they're just haphazardly strewn about the bench? There's no chance that any of these gears will have picked up even 1 grit of sand. I might actually put all of the gears and shafts in a container in the ultrasonic. I don't want to do this again for a while, so we're going to make every effort not to do this again for a while. Thanks so much, everybody. Join us for the next one as Bruce gets ever closer to getting put back together. I got to remember to pull those front shocks off. There's no damping right there. It's really bad. It's really bad. 10 Pro shocks. Don't do it. Honestly, to the point where I'm like, should we just put like Desert Lizard 100s with no springs on them? Probably. Nevertheless, thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. In between now and when we meet again, please, one and all, do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the canyon. And Bruce will be a little bit more put together. Hopefully.